Hello and welcome to all you Leos. This is your monthly horoscope for Leo, and it's for the month of September of 2020. This is a short 5 minute, I hope not longer than 5 minute reading, precise, concise, and what's going on for the Leos. Now, there are a couple of things. First of all, the Mars retrograde. Secondly, Jupiter going direct. Very, very positive indeed. Venus in your sign. Wow. That only happens once a year for a couple of weeks. That is the most important thing. Now, Mars, let's start with the Mars retrograde. I made a separate video of the Mars retrograde. So if you haven't seen it already, go and watch it because that's more elaborated, for those of you who want a bit more understanding of that aspect. But the thing is, Mars is going in Aries, retrograde, around and about the 10th of September. And for you, dear Leos, it's in your 9th house. So there is a lot going on with your opinion, with your convictions, or how do you say that? With your what you think of life. You've been working a lot in August and even before that. But now, as from the 10th of September, when it goes backwards, it's actually a little bit on a pause there. A bit on a more I would say physical level. It's not recommended to travel around, not recommended really around the days of the standing still of the Mars. It's not really recommended to travel because delays can happen. Of course, if you have to, then you have to just calculate that there could be, some things that you have to take care of and things are a bit more slow. But other than that, it is really, you could go back to school, for instance, as well, with Mars there, having Mars there in your 9th house now of Aries. And it really is interesting to know that it's a bit of a pause that we're getting. It's a bit of Mars wanted to really have this hard work and going forwards with new understandings of life because it's a mental house. So it could have been mentally quite stressful for you during the last couple of weeks and especially July, August. It could have been mentally really, really tough. Having Mars in the 9th house can cause really on a mental level, you really want to go forwards, really expressing yourself and going a bit over the top with that. But with the Mars retrograde, it's like having this little pause for you, and that could be really interesting. At the same time, as I said, which is the most positive thing I think for the month of September, is Jupiter going direct. And Jupiter is the planet of meaning, of expansion. It's been retrograde for a very long time, and now it's going forwards again in your 6th house, which is health and work. So if health was a bit stressful for you, if you had a certain condition or whatnot, this is about to improve around and about the 15th of September, 15th of September. So that could be more meaning in a practical way. Maybe you finding more practicalities to deal with what you're going through on a physical level. But that's only for the people who really are feeling this already now in August, feeling, some sort of an illness or are being out of balance physically. So that's for those people. For other people, it's more work. So if work has been very stressful, very not meaningful at all, the meaningfulness of all of it comes back. And this is so important, and especially for a Leo who is a fire sign. They have so much passion, and when they cannot reflect that passion in the work that they do, they kind of feel a bit off there. So that is very positive. Venus in your 1st house, it's around about the 7th of the month for the whole month, is also a positive thing. So remember, this might seem like, it's all very, very positive. Well, it's very stressful at the same time with the Mars Saturn, but there is more help now in September. And especially for you with Venus there in your sign. That means that you do a bit of self-love, you do a bit of self-care. It's an ideal time to get a new wardrobe, to get a new, haircut maybe, to spoil yourself a little bit and to put the attention on you instead of relationships, instead of others. Do that and you will attract a lot of people. It's fantastic to attract, You know, if you're single, you want to attract someone. Wow, especially at the end of the month, with Mars in the ninth house and Venus in your first house, you could attract someone from abroad during traveling or through the internet, or someone who has a different culture than you. So, pretty interesting month. When it comes to communication, it's also quite nice on a relationship level, because you've got Mercury, planet of communication, in your third house in Libra. So there is an improvement of communication if you have had a bit of a lag there. So that is good as well. But remember, the tension that you had in August and in July is going a bit on a pause. It comes back though, but the end of the month. But use this time to recuperate a little bit of whatever it is that you're trying to push forward. It's gonna come anyways, but it needs its time. Thank you for listening, and see you next time. Bye bye.